Make sure the volume is right.
The Chantry teaches us that it is the hubris of men which brought the Darkspawn into our world. The mages had sought to usurp heaven, but instead, they destroyed it. They were cast out, twisted and cursed by their own corruption. They returned as monsters, the first of the Darkspawn. They became a blight upon the lands, unstoppable and relentless. The Dwarven kingdoms were the first to fall, and from the deep roads, the Darkspawn drove at us again and again, until finally we neared annihilation. The Grey Wardens came. Men and women from every race, warriors and mages, barbarians and kings. The Grey Wardens sacrificed everything to stem the tide of darkness, and prevailed.
Stock screen.
It has been 4 centuries since that victory, and we have kept our vigil. We have watched and waited for the Darkspawn to return. But those who once called us heroes have forgotten. We are few now, and our warnings have been ignored for too long. It may even be too late, for I have seen with my own eyes what lies on the horizon. Maker, help us all.
Okie doke. What do I want to play as? Let's see. I don't know what I want to be. I think I want to play a Dalish, but do I want to play a man or a woman? I think that's the big thing. Now, let's play a female. I rarely play females.
Greetings.
And I think I'm gonna be playing like a male hawk in the sequel. So I kind of want to give this a go, I guess. I don't know what I want to do for the third game. I kind of like the idea of a messy bob. I can also do this hair. I kind of like that. Let's do that hair, maybe. Why am I having a... Hold on a tick. I'm adjusting my screen. Because I'm having a hard time seeing the top of my character's hair. Because it just looks like complete darkness up top. Okay, we're gonna go with that hair, but I want to remove it just so I can edit the face more. Eye shape. Give her a shrewd look, maybe. I want to go with this. Make her eyes a little bigger. Nice dark eyes. I kind of like that. Let's do that. Eyebrows are in here. Let's go with that. A little more on the natural thing. Ooh, maybe I can do this hair. Actually, I kind of like that. I'm giving her the messy bob, actually. Because, like, she's Dalish. So maybe, like, her hair is more unkept. She's out in the wilds. Something like that. Yeah, let's do that. Nose. I kind of like that. That's pretty good, too. A pointy nose. Nope. I kind of like her having like kind of a button nose sort of thing where it's just like boop. Let's see, mouth. Oh yeah, there's like no mouth shape sort of thing, is there? That brings it down. No, stop. There you go. Okay, we got that going on. Nose depth. Let's go like that. I think her nose size is... actually, maybe one size down. Two sizes down, because it does actually... shouldn't, like, make it that small. Let's give her, like, kind of a small face, maybe. Bridge depth. Okay. Tweak it up a little bit. Width. Tip width. I kind of like it being a little more sculpted. Let's do that. Now we're making kind of a button, so we're doing it like that. Eyes. Eye and brow height. Oh yeah. It also changes the angle. That's kind of silly. I don't like that at all. Brow depth. A little bit like that. Spacing. I think the spacing's fine. Maybe a little more inward. Mouth. Oh, skin. We didn't even do skin. Hold up. Skin complexion. Ooh. Well, I imagine if she's out and about, she's probably gonna have, like, some kind of roughness to her skin. Let's do this. Skin tone. More of an olive tint there. Let's do like more of a sun-kissed. I haven't even thought about her makeup shit. Or tattoos. I kinda like that one. What was the first one? Got that going on. Let's see. Let's finish customizing the look before we decide on her makeup. That's it. I'm like, what am I trying to say here? Let's go. No. Go for bite. Some nice cheekbones. Because why not? Ooh, we could give her like an angled kind of. I like that. Like just kind of squish the face in, but then give her like chiseled features. I'm down for that. Let's do that. Jaw width. Increase it a little bit. Shrink the chin. It's kind of like a small box at the moment. Chin depth. One down. She's getting this like chiseled box look right now. Let's see. Neck thickness. You know what? She's out, and again, she's like doing more physical stuff. Maybe her neck will be a little more thick, cause just I don't know. Actually, I don't even know how that works. Now I think about it, maybe I'm just spouting nonsense out of my ass. Ear size. I'll slap that hair on now. Yeah, that kind of covers up her tattoo. I like the tattoo, but it covers it up. Let's, find something more suitable. That's covered up too. So I feel like I'm gonna need like a more elaborate tattoo just for my tattoo to show up. Let's do that then. Screw it. Yeah, I'm liking her so far. Let's do the... Let's see. First of all, the blush is harsh. Maybe like a lighter color? I don't know. I'm not very good at like understanding what makeup to use. Like depending on skin tone or whatever. Like usually I'm just kind of like, fuck it. If you like it, you like it. Do whatever the fuck you want. But like now that I'm in a more critical kind of space, trying to create this character. Let's see. Dude. Now, the thing about having dark eyes, as far as I know, is that, like, pretty much a lot of eyeshadow can complement. No, well, not a lot of eyeshadow, like, a lot of colors of eyeshadow will complement your eyes. Okay. Kind of gone with like a more red. which I'm kind of living for now that I think about it. I mean, I guess it doesn't make sense for her to even have makeup, considering what she's doing. Maybe we can go for like a more natural color scheme then. A nice nude color. Let's increase the intensity. Yellow? Oh, that's not what I want. That's not what I wanted. Just a little bit of eyeshadow. There you go, I'm liking that. We're gonna have her look down, turn left, zoom in. They have some of the sillier stuff. Oh my gosh, who's messaging me? Turn to vibrate. Because I need to see notifications. Because I do have something planned today, but I also...
I have lost the spell. My weapon does nothing.
How do you do? Oops. Where's my head?
Greetings. Well, that didn't work. Greetings. Blast it. I have lost the spell.
Charmed. I lost the spell. Greetings.
Ugh, my spell.
So mystical.
Greetings. I cannot cast it.
Let's keep the name Lyna, honestly, next. Let's see. Put some in cunning. Because I need cunning if I want to do, like, weapon expertise and all that stuff. I want to be more of a damage dealer, so I'm going to be, like... I'm gonna have more of a heightened strength and dex. That way I'm hitting, and I'm also landing, like I'm doing the damage. I'm landing the hits, and I'm hurting them too. Let's see. I don't know why I have magic stat. I'm just kind of looking at these to see. Yep. Okay. Yeah, it's double XL. Okay. Thank you. Oh, that explains why I'm okay. I never noticed this before. So coercion allows you to have a better chance at persuading people. Well, actually, it gives you the ability to persuade people. But I didn't realize that strength contributes to my intimidation, whereas my cunning contributes to my persuasion. I didn't think about that. I'm gonna go with coercion because I kind of like playing that way. I like persuading people. That's just how I am. It wants me to do bow, like a bow warrior, but I don't. The thing about being a bow warrior is that it's kind of weird to think about. Mainly because it's more of a, I think bows stack off dex. So then it's like, okay, then what's the point of me putting points in the strength just to have like stronger armor, I guess, but whereas dual wielding, it's kind of a mixed bag sort of thing. I could make my character kind of like a mage killer, I guess, if I turn them into a Templar archer. Okay, that's interesting. Aim. When this mode is active, the archer's shots hamper foes. Each arrow deals regular damage and also encumbers the target with a temporary penalty to attack. This penalty can be applied multiple times. Defensive fire. Using bonus demons, but slowing the rate of fire, which master archer. Okay, so this is actually difficult to pick. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna get these first. Alright? And then I'm gonna look at the bows, and I'm gonna look at the swords, and decide from there, because if bows only stack off decks and only decks, then I think I want to go to, like, just dual weapons. And I'm also going to be getting these anyways, so, like, there's no point. So, like, it's not like I'm losing anything by putting these points into there anyways. Let's go easy, because I'm still a bayback bitch. And it's a long game anyways, so I don't feel like making it longer by making the game more difficult.
You were born amidst the Dalish elves, noble wanderers who refused to join the society of humans that subjugated their homeland so long ago. The Dalish travel the land in tightly knit clans, struggling to maintain their half-forgotten lore in a human world that fears and despises them. You spend your time hunting with your clanmate Tamlin in the forests, and as is sometimes the case, your quarry is not always the local wildlife.
It's a Dalish!
And you three are somewhere you shouldn't be.
Let us pass, Elf. You have no right to stop us.
No? We will see about that, won't we? You're just in time. I found these humans lurking in the bushes. Bandits, no doubt.
We aren't bandits, I swear. Please don't hurt us.
You Shemlin are pathetic. It's hard to believe you ever drove us from our homeland.
We've never done nothing to you, Dalish. We didn't even know this forest was yours.
This forest isn't ours, fool. You've stumbled too close to our camp. You Shems are like vermin. We can't trust you not to make mischief. What do you say, Lethaline? What should we do with him? Does it matter? Hunting or banditry, we'll need to move camp if we let them live.
Look, we didn't come here to be trouble. We just found a cave.
Yes, a cave. With ruins like I've never seen. We thought there might be,
Treasure? So you're more akin to thieves than actual bandits.
But I have proof. Here, we found this just inside the entrance.
This stone has carvings. Is this Elvish? Written Elvish?
There's more in the ruins. We didn't get very far in, though.
I've seen something similar on the Keeper's scrolls. And this is all you found? Why didn't you look for more?
There was a demon. It was huge with black eyes. Thank the Maker we were able to outrun it.
A demon. Where is this cave?
Just off the west, I think. There's a cave in the rock face and a huge hole just inside.
Well, do you trust them? Shall we let them go? Run along then, Shems. And don't come back until we Dalish have moved on.
Of course. Thank you. Thank you.
Well, shall we see if there's any truth to this story? These carvings make me curious. She might be interested in these carvings, but let's see if there's anything more before we get excited. Besides, we're already here. Now, they said it was to the west.
Alright, since I already have both the things I'm looking for. Okay, so bows do okay. So, we're going with a bow. Critical chance. It requires dexterity to wield, but it's a strength modifier. Okay, we're going bow then, since we already have a point in bow. Turn that on. Now the issue is, because I didn't take the melee archer perk, I'm gonna have an issue fighting with a bow right now. Let's see, map. My friend here is also an archer. Does he have a longbow? Okay. You're just gonna be melee boy. I'm gonna take your longbow. And that's how it's gonna be. There's a flower here. Can't pick that up. Yeah, I know how to play.
At your command. Flee while you can.
Prepare to die!
Yeah, what happens if you don't have melee archer is that if you are targeted by a group of them, you will never attack.
Of course.
None of us are rogues, so we can't pick that up, like lockpick it.
Very well.
Quartz. That's good.
This must be the cave. I don't recall seeing this before, do you? Always the careful one. Fine. But I'm not running back until I know there's something worth making a fuss over. Come on, let's at least see what's there. How dangerous could it be?
Pretty fucking dangerous, but okay, boy.
It looks like the Shem was telling the truth. But these ruins look more human than elven.
Of course.
I don't want you to lead. Because you're the one who's like melee.
Everything's fine. You'll see.
Did the spider just yelp like a dog at me? Don't know how I feel about that. There's a door right there. Is that locked? Yep, that's locked. Okay.
Yes.
This way. I hear cranky spiders.
So shall it be. Now you see true power.
Ah! I actually didn't suspect there being a trap.
As you say.
Another dagger. Any of these guys drop anything? Nope.
Very well.
Oh, I thought it said a large dwarven shield. Like, why the hell is there a dwarven shield in here?
Now you die!
We did it!
This is so troublesome because I decided to start as a fucking warrior. And none of us are a rogue, and we're just going through a bunch of places with traps. That one needs lockpicking, I guess. Ooh. Elven daggers. Well, that leads back anyway, so whatever. I mean, it's not doing anything lethal, but it's still annoying.
I can't believe this. You recognize this statue, don't you? Back when our people lived in Arlathan, statues like these honored the creators. When the Shems enslaved us, much of that lore was lost. This looks like human architecture, with the statue of our people. Can these ruins date back to the time of Arlathan? I'd never have guessed ancient elves might have lived here, with humans.
See if there's anything over here. No.
I sense a natural foes ahead.
Let us end this!
It is really troublesome for this beginning to not be a rogue.
Are those walking corpses? This place is haunted.
It will be done.
Are you truly such a fool?
By the creators. What was that thing?
A burr. A mutated burr. Let's see. Melee archer is a must-have. Or else I'm just gonna keep getting interrupted every time I'm attacked. Now, I'm wondering if I can pick this stuff up or it goes to a cutscene when I go near the thing. Not sure. Short bow.
It will be done.
Ooh, Dalish leather. Yes, please.
You aren't going to leave without taking a closer look at the mirror, are you? I want to look at it now. It's the only thing we've seen in here that isn't broken. I wonder what this writing is for. Maybe this isn't... Hey, did you see that? I think something moved inside the mirror. Hold on, I just want to know what it is. Did you see it? There it is again. Can you feel that? I think it knows we're here. I just need to take a closer look. It's showing me places. I can see some kind of city. Underground. And there's a great blackness. It saw me. Help! I can't look away!
Damn, that was loud. That peaked. Which is weird, because usually I have an issue with the games
Can
being
you hear
too
me?
low.
I am very sorry.
You're awake. You've the god's own luck, Lethalon. You're back at camp. Everyone is worried sick about you. How do you feel? We don't know. The Shem who brought you here saw no sign of him. He was a Grey Warden and appeared out of nowhere with you slung over his shoulder. You were delirious with fever. He said that he found you outside a cave in the forest, unconscious and alone. He left you here and ran off again. The Keeper's been using the old magic to heal you. So he claimed. I just wish he'd told us where that cave was. Most of the hunters are looking for it right now. But the Keeper wanted to talk to you as soon as you awoke. Stay here. I'll get her.
I see you are awake, Dalan. It is fortunate Duncan found you when he did. I know not what dark power held you, but it nearly bled the life from you. It was difficult even for my magic to keep you alive. Do not worry, Dalan. Even I might have been intrigued enough by such a cave to explore it further. Duncan thought there may have been darkspawn creatures inside the cave. Is that true? Walking corpses? Dark magic, but not darkspawn. I know not what the other creatures might have been. What else did you find? What is the last thing you remember? A mirror. And it caused all this? I have never heard of such a thing in all the lore we have collected. I was hoping for answers when you woke, but there are only more questions. And Tamlin remains missing. He is more important than any lore in these ruins. If he is as sick as you were, his condition is grave. Duncan returned to the cave to search for darkspawn, but we cannot rely on him to look for Tamlin as well. We must go ourselves, and quickly. Do you feel well enough to show us the way, Dalan? Without you, we will not find it. I am relieved to hear it. I am ordering the clan to pack the camp so we can go north. Take Merrill with you to the cave. Find Tamlin if you can, but do it swiftly. I would be lying if I said I was not. But whatever knowledge lies in that cave is not worth our children. I send you back with hopes of finding Tamlin, and that is all. If there is any truth to what Duncan said, then Darkspawn may show up in these parts soon. We must get away from that horde. But that is not our only concern. Did you encounter any other humans out in the forest? Although you hurt no one, these humans roused their nearby village against us. As everywhere, our people are not welcome here. We have stayed too long, and we must move on, quickly. Go quickly, for Tamlin's life hangs in the balance. Master Island can help you. Go to him and ask to see his stock.
Yuck.
Very well.
Ooh, scout's bow. It gives me rapid aim. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Scout's bow. What does rapid? I'm guessing it just makes me aim faster, but like, doesn't say specifically. Like, is it like the skill? Rapid? Is it like the skill rapid shot where it doesn't allow me to do crits?
Is the Keeper sending you back to that cave to look for Tamlin? I want to go with you. Keeper Marathari probably won't approve, but I can help find Tamlin. Tamlin's my friend too. I want to help find him. If Meryl can risk it, so can I. Good. I'll follow you. Just to make sure Meryl doesn't go running to the Keeper when you tell her I'm coming.
Interesting. Oh, what's his bow like, actually? Gimme. Dalish longbow. You can take the... you can take a short bow. I guess it's a stronger bow and it has rapid aim. Thank you.
Why do we have to leave again? We're always going somewhere. Why can't I go to the Shem City?
Why would the Keeper call for a move so early? We were not expecting to leave for weeks.
Dalish armor. We're wearing that. Okay. Scroll.
Why do we have to leave again? We're always going somewhere. Why can't I go to the Shem City?
More scrolls. There's a lot of locked things that I feel like this game wanted me to be a rogue in this area. There's so many locked stuff and traps.
So you have returned to us, Dalen. We are grateful you are whole and well.
So you should be. What were you two thinking, wandering into that cave without first coming to tell the Keeper? Tamlin's idea, and you've no mind of your own.
I suppose your youth can be forgiven. Sadly, Tamlin pays the price.
Losing you would be a terrible crime, Dalen. You belong to more than just yourself, or do you not remember? Would you even know the reason behind your efforts? I wonder. Let us tell these children of the fall of the Dales. You can honor me by sharing in the telling. Come then. Help me as I go along. Children, hear of the fall of the Dales. Hear the tale of what makes you Dalish. Would you care to begin, Dalen?
It starts with a mommy and a daddy elf. Yeah, let's go that.
Yes,
let's go the proper route here.
slave to a terrible empire the humans built on the darkest magic. When it fell, we became free. We built a homeland in the Dales, worshipping the creators, and rebuilding the culture and history we lost in our long years of slavery. They were resentful, because we would not worship their gods, and because we put our people first. Over the years, their nations grew cold toward the Dales. In their eyes, we were blasphemers and cruel tyrants. And so the Dales fell. They took our lands and dispersed our people, forcing us to live in their cities and abandon our gods. But many of us refused to relinquish our ways. We instead chose to scatter to the winds, wandering the lands. To survive and preserve our culture, the clans stay apart until the day the Elvenon have a homeland once more. We are the Dalish, keepers of the lost lore, walkers of the lonely path. Thank you for your forbearance, Dalen. You remember both the tale and the Oath of the Dales perfectly. I will let you get back to your tasks. I pray you find Tamlin quickly. I've never heard of such a thing. But, in the days of ancient Arlathan, we lived free and spread far across the continent. We were as varied as the Shemlin, though fewer in number. Perhaps some of us lived in caves then, but all knowledge from that era is lost. Only that they eat living flesh, and lurk in underground tunnels, once ruled by the Dergenlen, the dwarves. In the last blight long ago, the Grey Wardens all but wiped them out. Should they return, all races will shudder. Of course. May the gods guide your path, Dalen.
Learning about elf culture.
I'm glad you survived. Losing 2 of our young would be a great blow to the clan.
It's good to see you healthy. We feared you would perish.
Anithara, it's good to see you recovered. They fare well. The Keeper called for the clan to move on, and they will be ready to take us. One is heavy with calf, but it shouldn't be a problem. May I ask of Tamlin's fate? Some say the clan will leave before we find him. The Hala mourn our fallen. No sound is more heart-wrenching than their mourning cry. At least they won't be crying over you. They are quite fond of you. I admire them for their strength and pride. They are equals, not servants like the Shemlin horses. At any rate, I do not envy the Keeper's decision. I'll pray for Tamlin's safe return.
That's also locked.
It's good to see you healthy. We feared you would perish.
Meryl's over there.
When I grow up, I want to be just like you.
So let's go over here. More Dalish gloves.
I'm glad you recovered. Once we find Tamlin, we can concentrate on the journey northward.
Thank you for the bow, Master Island. It is light and sturdy, much better than the one I made last year.
You are more than welcome. My father made it and used it in battle against the Claim tribes.
I will carry it with honor.
Then I am proud to tell it. Our clan was one of the first to flee the Dales. When we came to Ferelden, the fiercest of the Shemlin were the barbarians known as the Clane. We didn't wait for them to attack us. Every Dalish clan in Ferelden united to bring the battle to them. They were barbarians without honor. They would have slain us without a second thought. The ensuing battle went well for us. That day, we carved out our reputation of being the deadliest archers. Our arrows won us the right to wander these woods at will. It was this very bow that my father used that day.
Thank you for the tale, Master Island, and especially the bow. I will honor its history.
We are all the same clan. His hand is as my hand. I have relinquished nothing. It was my father who first spoke of the Vir Tanadal, the three ways of the hunter. The first is the Vir Asan, the way of the arrow, to reach for our goal unrelenting. The second is the Vir Borasan, the way of the bow, to bend, but not to break. The last is the Vir Adalen, the way of the wood. We are as ancient as the forests, each tree a part of the greater land. All Dalish are united in this. One day, we shall have a homeland again. Of course, take whatever you need.
Let's see here. I have that, so it's whatever. Elf flight arrows. I feel like I shouldn't buy arrows. But I feel like it would be very useful to have some in the future. Oh, leather home? Yeah, I'm not gonna buy that. I'm gonna be switching to like a heavier set of armor anyways. I find it interesting that it requires poison making to even throw bombs. I mean, I guess it makes sense, but at the same time, it's like, come on. I'm just throwing a glass bottle. Wherever it lands, it'll break and explode. Come on. Do I really need to know how that works? This again. Boop. There you go.
Ah, it's good you're well. You weren't here when Paul arrived, were you?
I've heard of you. Everyone is talking about you and the other missing hunter. A Grey Warden brought you back here. I hope you find him soon.
Paul's a flat ear. He arrived here a few days ago from the human lands.
I heard rumors in a nearby human village that a Dalish camp was close, and I hope to find your hunters in the forest.
You were fortunate I didn't shoot you, Paul. I thought you were a Shem, and a bandit at that. You're not the first city elf to rejoin his people. I'm sure you'll find life among us more satisfying than with the Shems, if no less harsh.
In the alienage, we hear terrible stories about the Dalish. They aren't true, right? Thank you. The clan has been very kind and welcoming. I never expected it to be like this.
So there's some interesting tidbits with how you start the game. More often than not, then you'll like re-meet some of the people. For instance, if you played as a dwarf castless, you actually re-meet your sister when you return to Orzammar. And this character, Paul, is actually a character you meet on the other starting of Elven starter, the Elven origin thing. When you play as a city elf, they actually talk about the city elf named Paul who left to find the Dales.
So good to see you whole and well. I was so worried. All that time you were ill, the Keeper didn't know if you were going to live or die. I've been outside the Keeper's tent the whole time. I have never been so relieved as when I heard you would pull through. What happened? Everyone says Tamlin may be dead. That's awful. He's been a good friend to you since you were fledglings. You must be more careful. Your mother and father, may they rest in peace, would be horrified to see you take such risks. What happened to them is a sad tale, and it's in the past. Reopening old wounds benefits no one. True. Perhaps you're old enough to hear this, though it hardly seems like the right time. Very well. If I do not tell you now, you'll only wonder. Your mother was a hunter, one of the finest, and your father was the Keeper before Marathari. He was with us for a very long time. Your mother was from another clan, and her elders did not approve of the match. She and your father had to meet in secret. One day, bandits caught them alone in the forest. Your father was killed, but your mother escaped. Your mother held to life long enough to give birth to you. But grief racked her heart. One night she simply walked into the moonlight and never returned. The clan decided not to discuss this around you, lest it poison your heart with sadness. Our people have learned to live with much sorrow. It seemed only right that we not dwell on it. Your mother did leave you a gift. Something of your father's for you to have once you were older. Perhaps the time has come. Take this key. You'll see some chests behind the storage Aravel by the Halapan. One of them was your mother's. Its contents are yours if you wish.
Interesting.
Yes.
Spirit resistance, that's actually really good.
Are you going to help look for Tamlin?
Why did I think there's somebody who is like bitter about me or something? I don't know. For some reason I thought there was like a bitter person.
The Keeper told me I'm to accompany you back to those caves. As her apprentice, I may see something you missed. But our main objective is to find Tamlin, of course. We must make haste. He may not have much time. Enough to pique my interest and my concern. You can explain the rest on the way. What about Fenrirel? You didn't think I'd notice him?
I'm coming to help. Tamlin's my friend too.
We were supposed to go alone. Have you asked the Keeper about this? You said the cave is a dangerous place. You want to risk Fenrirel getting hurt, or worse?
I should decide whether I'm willing to risk it or not.
Go tell the Keeper that, then.
We'll do that. We'll go persuade the Keeper, then. I love how she, like, kind of accuses me as if, like, I put him up to this. Like, no. I told him no, and then he's like, I don't care.
I see you have not left with Merrill yet. Is there something you need? Fenrirel? Are you certain? I'm already putting Merrill at risk. I don't want to lose you, too.
I want to help, Keeper. If we can find Tamlin, it's worth the risk.
Very well, then. You have my permission. And thank you for asking for it.
There we go. I wasn't sure. I've never even noticed that. So I wasn't even sure how to go about that. There you go, Meryl, I asked.
You're back. Are you ready to go now? That depends on the Keeper. I thought we're supposed to go alone. That's good enough for me. Now, are we ready? And let us make haste while daylight lasts.
Interesting thing about Meryl is that she reappears in the second game as like a main character, but she is characterized drastically different. She's kind of characterized as like a type of foreigner sort of thing. Let's see. Like, she just doesn't understand human customs and sort of thing, and so she just seems silly. And she's also given like an accent.
Of course.
Yeah, okay.
I'll make short work of you.
Couldn't click on them.
What were those things? Were those Darkspawn? I've never seen anything like them. You can smell the evil on them. Where did they come from? Were they here before? What would Darkspawn have to do with our people? The stories say our Lathan fell long before the Darkspawn appeared. Well, we'll find out soon enough. Let's hope we don't find any more of these monsters. Before we go, are you all right? Were you hurt during the fight?
You do look quite pale now that Meryl's mentioned it.
Nothing. Forget I said anything. Let's go.
A thing I find interesting is that, like, although the Dales have like a completely different culture, you can't start off as a mage Dalish. Every time you play as a mage, you start off in the circle of Magi.
I wonder whose camp this is. Do you remember it being here? You're probably right. Didn't he say he was headed back to the cave? If so, he's not here now. And we've seen no sign of Tamlin. Maybe we should... Wait. Do you hear that? Exactly. The forest is too... still. Something's in the air. Something unnatural. Would they come outside the cave? That would not be good.
That's an understatement.
The sooner we find this cave and Tamlin, the sooner we can leave. Take us there quickly.
We must strike quickly.
I will make this quick!
That wouldn't affect our bows, I believe, anyways.
So these are the ruins. Interesting. They're definitely of human origin, yet elven artifacts are scattered amongst them. Nothing explains the monsters, though. But we must find Tamlin, or what's left of him. I can't imagine he's still alive with those creatures about. You're right. We should explore farther before I go on about my fears. I'm sorry.
None of us are rogues, so I can't pick anything.
Start. Beware.
Attack!
You wanna join in the fight, sweetheart?
It shall be as you say. It will be done.
I kind of like finding darkspawn weapons. They look interesting. And I find it funny that like they actually lower your stats if you equip them. Oh, did I seriously miss that? I did. That's silly.
Of course.
None of us can pick locks.
Let's not waste any time. If Tamlin's alive, he needs us.
Yes?
Jesus, they really don't want to talk at all. Oh, that's awkward.
As you say. Of course.
Let's see. Boop boop. Boop. That I can get some more persuasion points. Get that, but I'm probably not going to use it because it disables my crits.
So you were the one fighting Darkspawn. I thought I heard combat. You're the elf I found wandering the forest, aren't you? I'm surprised you have recovered. I would have, had I not been battling them myself. Not all the kills here were yours, as you can see. My name is Duncan, and it's a pleasure to finally meet you. The last time we spoke, you were barely conscious.
Andarana Tishan, Duncan of the Grey Wardens. I am Meryl, the Keeper's apprentice.
And I am Fenarel. Did you come here alone, human? Battling all those creatures?
Yes, though I must admit you took a great deal of pressure off me. Your keeper did not send you after me, did she? I told her I would be in no danger. So, you and your friend Tamlin both entered this cave, and you saw this mirror. Perhaps. The mirror draws Darkspawn to it. The Grey Wardens have seen artifacts like this mirror before. It is Tevinter in origin, used for communication. Over time, some of them simply break. They become filled with the same taint as the Darkspawn. Tamlin's touch must have released it. It's what made you sick. And Tamlin too, I presume. You have it still, and it will infect others so long as this mirror exists. Your recovery is only temporary. I can sense the sickness in you, and it is spreading. Look inside yourself, and you will see. Confirm it with your keeper later if you like. For now, we must deal with the mirror. It is a danger. It is done. Now let's leave this cursed place. I must speak with the Keeper immediately regarding your cure. There is nothing we can do. Let me be very clear. There is nothing you can do for him. He's been tainted for 3 days now, unaided. Through your Keeper's healing arts and your own willpower, you did not die, but Tamlin has no chance. Trust me when I say that he is gone. Now we should return. If you prefer, I can wait outside while you look around, but I assure you, he will not be here. I suggest, however, leaving sooner rather than later. You are sick, whether you feel it or not, and it does you no good to linger. I care little for your manners, only that you attend to your health. Shall we go back? I sense no other Darkspawn nearby, so it's safe. Lead on.
I still wanted to look around, but for some reason it locked me
I'm
into
relieved
leaving.
you have returned, and I did not expect to see you again so soon, Duncan.
I was not expecting to return so soon either, Keeper.
Dare I ask of Tamlin? What did you find of him? I see. Meryl, what about the mirror? Did you bring anything back?
I can answer that, Keeper. I destroyed the mirror.
I intended to use it to find a cure for this mysterious illness. I trust you had good reasons for your actions.
Well, there is much to discuss, Keeper. I have learned a great deal since I was last here.
Let us speak privately within my Aravel, then, Duncan. Merrill, warn the hunters. If Darkspawn are about, I want the clan prepared.
Manuvinen, Keeper. Right away.
Dalen, allow me some time to speak with Duncan. Seek us out at my Aravel later, and we can discuss your cure. Tell Haren Paivo what has occurred. He now has the sad task of preparing a service for the dead. Follow me, Duncan. I'm eager to hear what you have to say.
I wish we'd had more time to examine those artifacts. Perhaps another time if the Keeper thinks it's wise.
You bring sad news. The Harlequin sings it.
I see you have not returned with young Tamlin. Are we to assume the worst? If he is as sick as you were, I wonder. Sadly, it seems we will be leaving him behind soon, regardless. I know you and Tamlin were friends. My condolences on your loss. May the Creators guide your path.
I'm training Paul.
It was good to meet you. Perhaps I'll get to hunt with you someday. Andraste's mercy, no. No one is allowed to walk around with any weapon. Fighting just gets you arrested. And I've never had to leave the city before, much less learn how to hunt. You've never been to a city? Surely you've at least visited a town.
We occasionally trade with the Shemlin in small villages, but only a few in the clan can undertake that task.
I can't imagine never having seen a city. It's crowded, with buildings all squeezed together. There are people everywhere, and it always stinks. Only if they're servants. Most of us live in a part of the city called an alienage, separated from the humans by walls. That's where all the poorest folk live. Laborers, dockhands, and thieves. And that's if you're lucky. We don't think about it like that. To most folks, that's just how it is. Well, back in the city, we hear the same about you. Stories about Dalish bandits attacking people for no reason.
We would never resort to banditry.
I'm just saying that's what we hear. And it's elves who say these things too, not humans. Even if they did, I honestly don't think most of them would want to leave. Wandering and hunting doesn't sound like much of a life.
At least they would live as free men, and as equals.
Maybe. But to most elves I know, the only difference between them and humans is how much coin they have. Coin is the great equalizer, not living free. I got into trouble for stealing. I'm not a thief. We just never really had a choice. Mother was a maid, and I was lucky if I could get work at the docks. Make a living however you can, right? When Mother died, I got drunk and was caught picking a guard's pocket. They were going to hang me, but I escaped and, well, here I am. I'll do my best to adjust and fit in. I never dreamed you'd be so welcoming. I thought at best you might hide me for a bit. I'm glad I was wrong. Of course. I hope to see you again.
Oh, thank the Creators you're safe. I questioned the Keeper's wisdom at sending you off while you're still sick, but my doubts were misplaced. Tamlin isn't with you. Is it as everyone fears? Oh dear. This is horrible news. Please take care of yourself and get better. We can't bear to lose anyone else. That's good. I thought the shaman's arrival was a bad omen, but perhaps I was wrong. I will see you soon, my dear. You make me very proud.
You did not return with Tamlin. I know what that means.
I miss
We all
Tamlin.
feel this loss.
I want him to come home.
I don't know why I thought spacebar would let me jump. I forgot you can't jump.
So you return with the Grey Warden, but without Tamlin. What happened, Dalen? Is he truly lost to us? You've done nothing of the sort, Dalen. Do not blame yourself. It seems the will of the creators that I sing the dirge for those I held in my arms as babes. I think I know why our immortal ancestors would sleep. Swiftly do stars burn a path across the sky, hastening to place one last kiss upon your eye. Tenderly land enfolds you in slumber, softening the rolling thunder. Dagger now sheathed, bow no longer tense. During this, your last hour, only silence. Of course. We've no body to return to the soil, but we shall still sing for Tamlin. The creators must come to guide him to the beyond. Tell the Keeper, it shall be done before the clan is ready to move on. I ask only one thing, if I may. This Grey Warden. You have met him now, yes? Is he a good man? Interesting. What is it he talks to the Keeper about, I wonder? Perhaps you should go and ask.
I got a bunch of messages. Hold up. Let's see.
Of course. May the gods guide your path, Dalen.
Your Keeper and I have spoken, and we've come to an arrangement that concerns you. My order is in need of help. You are in need of a cure. When I leave, I hope you will join me. You would make an excellent Grey Warden. Everything, I'm afraid. The Darkspawn taint courses through your veins. That you recovered at all is remarkable. But eventually the taint will sicken and kill you, or worse. The Grey Wardens can prevent that, but it means joining us. This is not simply charity on my part. I would not offer this if I did not think you had the makings of a Grey Warden. Let me be clear. You will likely never return here. We go to fight the Darkspawn, a battle that will take us far from your clan. But we need you, and others like you.
A great army of Darkspawn gathers in the south. A new blight threatens the land. We cannot outrun this storm. Long ago, the Dalish agreed to aid the Grey Wardens against a blight should that day arrive. We must honor that agreement. It breaks my heart to send you away, as it would to watch you die slowly from this sickness. This is your duty, and your salvation.
I welcome you to the Order. It is rare to have a Dalish amongst us, but they have always served with distinction.
I know you'll do your clan proud, Dalish. Take this ring. It is your heritage, and will protect you against the darkness to come.
A valuable gift. So, are you ready to go? We have much ground to cover, but I cannot deny you that. Say your farewells. Then we must be off.
Come then, Dalish. Before the Creators guide you from us, let your clan embrace you one last time.
We will be traveling south through the hinterlands to the ruin of Ostagar, on the edges of the Korkari Wilds. The Tevinter Imperium built Ostagar long ago to prevent the Wilders from invading the northern lowlands. It's fitting we make our stand here, even if we face a different foe within that forest. The King's forces have clashed with the Darkspawn several times, but here is where the bulk of the Horde will show itself. There are only a few Grey Wardens within Ferelden at the moment, but all of us are here. This blight must be stopped, here and now. If it spreads to the north, Ferelden will fall.
Ho there, Duncan.
King Kalen. I didn't expect a
royal welcome? I was beginning to worry you'd miss all the fun.
Not if I could help it, Your Majesty.
Then I'll have the mighty Duncan at my side in battle after all. Glorious. The other wardens told me you'd found a promising recruit. I take it this is she?
Allow me to introduce you, Your Majesty.
There's no need to be so formal, Duncan. We'll be shedding blood together after all. Ho there, friend. Might I know your name? Pleased to meet you. The Grey Wardens are desperate to bolster their numbers, and I, for one, am glad to help them. You are Dalish, are you not? I hear your people possess remarkable skill and honor. To be fair, your people can be a bit standoffish. Not that I blame them, of course. I tell you this, you are very welcome here. The Grey Wardens will benefit greatly with you amongst them. I'm sorry to cut this short, but I should return to my tent. Loghain waits eagerly to bore me with his strategies.
Your uncle sends his greetings and reminds you that Redcliffe forces could be here in less than a week.
Ha! Eamon just wants in on the glory. We've won 3 battles against these monsters, and tomorrow should be no different. I'm not even sure this is a true blight. There are plenty of Darkspawn on the field, but alas, we've seen no sign of an archdemon.
Disappointed, Your Majesty?
I'd hoped for a war like in the tales. A king riding with the fabled Grey Wardens against a tainted god. But I suppose this will have to do. I must go before Loghain sends out a search party. Farewell, Grey Wardens.
What the king said is true. They've won several battles against the Darkspawn here. True. Despite the victories so far, the Darkspawn horde grows larger with each passing day. By now, they look to outnumber us. I know there is an archdemon behind this, but I cannot ask the king to act solely on my feeling. Yet not enough to wait for reinforcements from the Grey Wardens of Orlais. He believes our legend alone makes him invulnerable. Our numbers in Ferelden are too few. We must do what we can, and look to Teyrn Loghain to make up the difference. To that end, we should proceed with the joining ritual without delay. Feel free to explore the camp here as you wish. All I ask is that you do not leave it for the time being. There is another Grey Warden in the camp by the name of Alistair. When you're ready, seek him out and tell him it's time to summon the other recruits. Until then, I have business I must attend to. You may find me at the Grey Warden tent on the other side of this bridge, should you need to.
I got a ring. Sure thing. No. I'm doing a little scoot.
Hail, you must be the Grey Warden recruit that Duncan brought.
Hello.
This place hasn't seen such bustle in centuries, I'll wager. Need a hand getting anywhere? Not far. It's straight ahead, just past the royal encampment. Most of your fellas are in the valley with the army, but the recruits seem to be staying up here for now. Try heading north. I think he was sent with a message to the mages. Used to be a fortress a long time ago, so I understand. Back in the days when the Wilders used to invade the lowlands. You were just on the eastern side of the ruin. The Tower of Ishal is there, but Teyrn Loghain's closed it off until the battle. This side is the King's camp. We've got the Grey Wardens here, the Circle of Magi, the Chantry. You can't swing a dead cat without hitting somebody important. A few mages, yes. They even brought those creepy quiet fellows, the Tranquil. Gives me the shivers when they talk, all cold and even. They're to the north of here, bunched up with a herd of Templars glaring at them. Can't miss it. Good luck to you, then.
I wonder if there's like something. Nah. I'm not gonna travel all the way back there. Circle of Magi. I think I might actually end it here, honestly. Because I'm kind of done playing. Hope you guys enjoyed. Let's actually put up a save. Ostagar.
And we contemplate the death that may await.
Nah, we'll get that later. I was actually about to like go buy clothing first before I decide to close it, but you know what, we'll save that for later. Again, hope you guys enjoyed. Have a wonderful day.